Hello guys, my name is Somtochukwu. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time stopping by, thank you for tuning in. To all my returning subscribers, I love you so very much. Today, I'm going to be making coconut stew. This stew is wonderful. I cannot even stress about this stew. It's delicious. You don't want to miss it.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great.
To making coconut stew, you're going to need coconut. Here I've got some beef, some fish. I've got my fresh tomato, my fresh pepper, fresh garlic and fresh onion, my tin tomato paste, fresh curry leaf, thyme. I also have my seasonings, my all-purpose seasoning and my chicken seasoning. Now I'm going to cut my coconut. Yes, I'm going to cut it just to enable my blender blend it well. My blender is not heavy duty. That's why I have to cut it first before blending it. Yes. Then after cutting that, I'm going to wash it. I'm going to wash it very well. Then after washing it, I'm going to blend it. After blending it, I'm going to press out the milk. Oh boy, this milk is milking. Now I'm going to season the meat. I'm going to use my all-purpose seasoning. I made it myself. I'm going to add some salt, seasoning cubes, and then I'm going to add onion. Then I'm going to place that on the heat and steam cook it. I'm not adding water at first. I'm going to steam cook this for at least 3 minutes yet. Yes, until it's steam cooked. Then after 3 minutes, I'm going to transfer in my coconut milk. Note that there's so many ways you can make this stew, but this is just the way I prefer to make mine. I haven't seen any other video. I just decided to make this recipe from the top of my head. Now I'm going to cover it and I'm going to allow it to cook. While it's cooking, here's my tomato, everything. They have been washed and cut. I'm going to wash them and blend them. This is my tomato puree. I'm going to mix it just so that after boiling the tomato, it's at the same texture. Here my meat is cooked. I'm going to separate the meat from the stock. Yeah. This is my meat stock / my coconut milk. This is my tomato puree. My fresh tomato blend. I'm going to cover that and I'm going to cook it. While it's cooking, I'm going to take my curry, my fresh curry, just peel the curry the way I'm doing it. I don't even know what to say. But yeah, I'm going to pick. I think it's pick. The English is pick. Forgive me, your English is not my first language. After picking that, I'm going to wash it thoroughly with salt. I've said it so many times. Salt helps to reduce sand. Here is my tomato after it's been cooked. Now this is my tomato puree, my tin tomato puree. Look at it, the cooked one and the pureed one. Now it's time for me to fry this fish. I've already made a fish stew video before, so you can skip this part. I don't care, but you can. But you will watch it. You need to watch it for your own good. Then I'm going to put my frying pan on the heat. Once it's heated up, I'm going to add my oil, my vegetable oil. Then I'm going to sprinkle some all-purpose flour just so my fish doesn't stick to the pan. Once that oil heats up, I'm going to add the fish. I'm going to throw in a few drops of fresh curry, just to add some extra flavor. Then I'm going to add my fish. Just look how fish is turning without sticking. That is because of the all-purpose flour that I use. Here's my fish. It's been fried. I'm going to take it out of the oil. Now it's time for me to make the stew. With the same oil I fried the fish inside. Yes, this is the same oil. I'm going to transfer it to a pot. It's still hot, so I'm just going to go ahead and add my garlic, my diced garlic. Yes, I'm going to stir that for 5 seconds. Then I'm going to add my onions, my sliced onion. Then I'm also going to stir this onion for 5 seconds. After that, I'm going to add thyme. Thyme is very good for fish. When you're cooking fish stew, you have to have thyme. Thyme and fish, they are like twins, for nothing. Then I'm going to stir that for 5 seconds again. Now I'm going to add my tomato, the one I cooked, the fresh tomato that I blend and cooked. Then I'm going to add my tomato puree, the tin tomato puree. Then I'm going to stir and start frying. Okay, I'm just going to stir this. I'm using the cook frying method. The cook frying method, I find that it's easy. The oil is not splashing all over your wall. It just gives the stew the just makes the stew think that you are cooking it, but you're actually frying it, but the stew thinks that you're cooking it. Then after cook frying for about 7 minutes yet, I'm going to open that. Then I'm going to start frying. Okay, for this recipe you need your tomato to be fried. Yes, you need to get rid of all those tangy tastes that might come from the tin tomato puree or the fresh tomato that we cooked. So you have to fry until this becomes better, sweet, until you see that the tangy taste is all gone. Then after frying, look at how mine is looking. The tomato that filled the pot is now very small. I'm going to transfer in my curry leaf, and I'm also going to start to keep on frying this stew. Then I'm going to also add my all-purpose seasoning. Then I'm going to add seasoning cube as well. Then I'm going to continue to fry this stew. You need a lot of frying. Then I'm going to add my beef. This is my meat, the cooked one. Yes, I'm also going to add that, and I'm going to continue. I'm going to add my coconut milk slash meat stock, my coconut milk, the one I use to cook the meat. I'm going to add that, and I'm also going to stir that very well. Guys, you have to fry this stew. You have to fry, because if you come back and tell me that your stew was not tasting well, it's because you didn't fry it. Okay. Then I'm going to add about some half quarter cup of water, yes, just to cook to cover this stew and cook it properly. Then I'm going to stir that together. Then I'm going to cover it and allow it to cook. Just look at how beautiful, how thick it is looking. Guys, tell me this stew is not already living in your head. Now I'm going to transfer in my fried fish. Yes, you have to get the fish flavor also in this stew again. Then I'm going to transfer all the fish. After that, I'm going to cover this stew and allow it to cook for about 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, and this is the final result. God, this stew was super delicious, guys.